Beyond the Gates is preempted on Wednesday, December 31st, due to CBS Sports coverage of the Sun Bowl. However, BTG returns with its 200th episode on New Year's Day. On Thursday, January 1st, 2026, expect more heartbreak and blindsided reactions as the Duprees learn about Anita's diagnosis. This includes Dani demanding Bill's attention. Unfortunately for Dani, Hayley gets an earful, and don't worry, Bill's new wife will give an earful in return. Thursday's installment isn't just the show's milestone 200th episode, it's also the final episode of Season 1. BTG's second season begins on Friday, January 2nd, 2026. The Dupree family members who already know about Anita's breast cancer diagnosis are reeling, but they also need to collect themselves so they can break the heart-wrenching news to the rest of their loved ones. Look for Dani to head over to Bill's, where she will demand his attention. Meanwhile, Hayley gets an earful. She is so over Dani getting Bill's focus. Plus, he has been reminiscing about Dupree holidays from the past way too much for her liking. She's his wife. All the focus should be on her. In BTG's weekly video preview, it appears that Dani tries to tell Bill that he will need to be there for Naomi and Chelsea, but Hayley is way too busy telling Dani to get out of their house. Will Dani succeed in getting Bill's attention? While Dani contends with Bill and Hayley, Nicole delivers the devastating info to her kids, Martin and Kat. Additionally, Naomi and Chelsea are left reeling by what they learned during their visit to their grandparents. Learning such dire news isn't how anyone wants to start the new year. However, the family will need to come together for Anita. Her doctor isn't waiting around. He's making sure that they attack the cancer as quickly as possible. What Anita has is a particularly aggressive form of breast cancer, so she will be going into surgery soon so they can place the port she'll need for the chemotherapy phase of her treatment. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Tuesday, December 30th, suggest that New Year's Eve festivities will be in full swing, while Dani Dupree and Nicole Dupree spiral after learning some news. Plus, Chelsea Hamilton schemes. So let's talk about all the fun and chaos slated for the Fairmont Crest during Tuesday's show. First things first, let's dive into some feel-good BTG spoilers, as everyone will be ringing in the new year at different hotspots across town. Ted Richardson and Shanice Johnson will be at Orphe Jeans, and fans will see the two share a kiss at midnight. Good news for anyone who wants to see the nurse and doctor in a romance. Meanwhile, Chelsea, Dr. Madison Montgomery, Catherine Kat Richardson, and Thomas Navarro will be at Uptown. R&B singer Kenny Lattimore is scheduled to perform at the bar for NYE and is the special guest star on Tuesday's show, so perhaps Chelsea's scheme is to surprise her gal pal with tickets to this intimate concert at the small venue. In other news, the Dupree sisters, Dani and Nicole, will find out about Anita Dupree's breast cancer, and they'll reel from shock. With their mom's health and life hanging in the balance, both Dani and Nicole will try to stay strong, but fear the worst. Lastly, Ashley Morgan and Derek Baldwin will have an awkward run-in, but this seems to be the norm for these two. Season 2's promo shows Ashley getting rather affectionate with soap vet, Jordi Villasuso's new character, so here's hoping Ashley can move on from Derek very soon and finally enjoy some steamy action in her life. Beyond the Gates spoilers remind fans that the CBS soap is preempted on Wednesday, December 31st, and will return to its regularly scheduled programming as of Thursday, January 1st. So Tuesday's show may have a cliffhanger or two for viewers to hold on to during the brief hiatus. It's New Year's Eve and Uptown is hopping, as is the country club. But Dani and Nicole's plans are derailed when Vernon calls, asking them to swing by the manse. While he and Anita don't want to ruin New Year's Eve for their daughters, the fact that her surgery is scheduled for tomorrow leaves them no choice. Sitting down with Dani and Nicole, Anita doesn't beat around the bush as she tells them she's been diagnosed with cancer. Anita tells her daughters that it's triple-negative cancer, which means it's particularly aggressive and has a high rate of recurrence. At the same time, Vernon is breaking the news to Andre, asking for him to be there when Dani needs him. Later, Vernon joins Anita in revealing that this particular type of cancer can easily be passed along, prompting them to all vow to get tested. Later, Dani tells Andre that she's going to have to tell Bill, who'll be worried about their daughter. Spending the evening arm in arm, Vanessa and Joey are definitely the talk of the town, or at least the club. While they aren't welcomed by society, he doesn't care, pulling her off for a private dance, wondering if he passed her test. He admits that he shut down when his wife died, but that he couldn't keep Vanessa from stealing his heart. Ashley, decked out in a dress she bought to make herself feel better and looking incredible, finds out from Naomi that Derek is going to be at the Uptown party too. When he arrives, they have an awkward but not unpleasant conversation. Elsewhere at Uptown, Madison gets tipsy and Chelsea seems weirdly tense and distracted. Turns out she was waiting for special guest Kenny Lattimore, who performs his hit song For You. Kat, looking like $1,000,000 on Tomas's arm, is flying high and looking forward to the new year. Shanice and Ted are having a flirty conversation when a clearly jealous Leslie interrupts. Shanice tells Ted about the progress being made on the clinic, asking him to be on the steering committee. She tries to pitch it as a family project, allowing them to work with their daughter, but he's not feeling it. He then takes great pleasure in revealing that she's been spreading false rumors about Vernon having an affair. "It's ugly, and there's no truth to it," he says, before shutting down her flirting and walking away. Shanice and Ted wind up having dinner together at Orphe Jean's, with her urging him to move on and start his post-Nicole life. And as the ball drops, Ted pulls Shanice into a kiss. Later, Leslie gets a text from Marcel asking if she wants to get together, prompting her to ditch the club's party. Although Beyond the Gates will be nationally preempted tomorrow, we've got Wednesday's spoilers for all the other soaps right here. Meanwhile, if you're looking for a crap ton of 2026 preview and predictions, look no further than the gallery below, Beyond the Gates spoilers. Remind fans that Fairmont Crest celebrated its very first Christmas in the air, and it was special on all levels. Watching the Dupree family gather for the holidays was great, and even better was the singing performance that Vernon Dupree, along with granddaughters Chelsea Hamilton, Catherine Cat Richardson, and Naomi Hawthorne, did to commemorate the festive season. It seems as if Carla Mosley got inspired by the entire thing, as she recently hopped on social media with a special Christmas gift for her fans. Mosley posted a 2-part video on Instagram shortly after Christmas. The first part was of her introducing herself and giving a shout-out to the gatekeepers, relaying that she had a special Christmas surprise for fans. She acknowledged that, by now, BTG viewers know how multi-talented the show's cast is. Mosley went on to say that one day, she was getting her hair and makeup done on set when she heard Sean Freeman singing. That's when the thought occurred to her, it would be so nice if she and her on-screen hubby could do a duet together. Later that night, she was home when a tune came into her head. She later approached David Lamie Freebie and asked him if he'd help her write a Christmas song. He agreed, and that's when Mosley wished everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Best New Year in the IG post, before the next part of the video revealed Mosley and Freeman singing a Christmas song, with Freebie on the keyboards as instrumental. The beautiful ditty was about how someone found love, and how they've finally found Christmas now. Very Dani and Andre, right? Mosley's caption read, "Thank you for all the love, y'all, and for the share at Beyond the Gates CBS. Without you, we wouldn't be. Merry Christmas. Here's to many, many more BTG Xmas episodes at CBS TV Studios." Of course, Freeman commented on the post, saying, "One of the highlights of my year, easily. Merry Christmas, everybody." While Freebie commented with, "THX for including me in this." Here are your spoilers for Beyond the Gates on Tuesday, December 29th, 2025. It's New Year's Eve, and Fairmont Crest has come to party. In Tuesday's episode, special guest star Kenny Lattimore sings for New Year's Eve. CBS has been flexing its star power recently, and Kenny Lattimore performs to a crowd. And Madison, for one, cannot believe she is getting to witness it. In Tuesday's episode, the moment has arrived to rip off the Band-Aid and let the healing begin. The Dupree sisters receive heart-wrenching news. It was always going to be rough, but the decision to tell their children the news is awful for Anita and Vernon. Nicole and Dani will be heartbroken and lean on their family to help them through this time. But knowing Anita, she will be the staunch leader of the family and guide a path filled with love and fun. In Tuesday's episode, Ted and Shanice's friendship takes a turn. New Year's Eve celebrations at Orphe Jeans give us one of the most wholesome moments we didn't know we needed. As the ball drops, Ted and Shanice turn to each other and kiss, their first kiss, and we are in front row seats. In Tuesday's episode, Chelsea schemes while Ashley and Derek have an awkward conversation. Let's put Ashley and Derek to rest before the new year. It's overdue. This week, we have a preemption on Wednesday for the Sun Bowl. The Sun Bowl is one of college football's oldest traditions, a postseason bowl game held annually in El Paso, Texas, at the Sun Bowl Stadium, featuring teams from the ACC and Pac-12 conferences in a nationally televised event. Currently known as the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, known for its history and unique desert setting. In addition to the above mentions of Ted and Shanice, spoilers for next week show the pair having their first kiss at a New Year's party. Cannot wait. This is my favorite pairing so far on BTG. Bring it on. Beyond the Gates Daily YAPP. For Monday, December 29th, welcome to the Beyond the Gates Daily YAPP for a quick, and by that I mean you're already halfway done, recap of the most amazing or what the heck did we just watch moments on today's episode. Let's get to it. Today, I gave Isaiah a new nickname, Coolio. I've been trying to surmise who he reminded me of, and it just occurred to me. Now he is Coolio to me, and it's not a dig. I'm old enough to remember vibing to the tunes and beats of this artist, and today on BTG, we got to see him. Slide, and that's the past. I got something brand new for that @S. After a rocky start with Eva leaping off the couch, like she had been stung after Isaiah said that he could have a girlfriend and a career, we got to see the couple take it to the next level. Eva was scared of being a girlfriend, given all that had happened thus far, and her life hadn't been the easiest. Isaiah sweet-talked her, telling her that things were different now and that she should give them a chance. Eva and Coolio then took things to the bedroom after starting on the couch, and the promo keeps the audience guessing as to how he will be part of Ashley's upcoming story. To find out more, keep scrolling. Jordy was spotted in the new promo. Moreover, it has already brought a wave of interest among the fans. However, nothing about his character has been revealed. In the promo, only a moment between him and RN Ashley Morgan was shown. Elsewhere, he might be the next important connection in Ashley's life. However, the team hasn't been revealing many details. However, the soap has confirmed that Jordy will be a part of Season 2. Moreover, the representative didn't share his character's name or his first air date. It looks like they want viewers to keep guessing until the scenes air. Moreover, Jordy has had a very long career on daytime soaps. He was a part of Guiding Light, Days of Our Lives, All My Children, and The Young and the Restless. He won a Daytime Emmy for Guiding Light and played Ray Rosales on The Young and the Restless from 2018 to 2022. With such a background, his casting in Beyond the Gates instantly develops the expectation of Season 2 being that way, and particularly with the promotion suggesting that there are new developments concerning Ashley. Michelle Valjean has created the show. Elsewhere, the returning cast includes Tamara Tooney, Clifton Davis, Carla Mosley, Daphne Duplay, Timon Kyle Dur-Iet, Ariel Prepidit, Colby Muhammad, Mike Manning, Ronnie Rose Mantilla, Keith D. Robinson, and Marquita Goings. Moreover, in Season 2, the story will continue to follow the Duprees. It's the powerful family at the center of Fairmont Crest. Elsewhere, Jordy might be tied to Ashley's next direction. Through Ashley's scenes this season, we could understand that the soap will explore new steps in her personal life. CBS will premiere Season 2 on January 2nd. Elsewhere, Season 1 will air until December 30 before the brief break for the Sun Bowl. And for now, fans are eagerly waiting for the first week of January. For more Beyond the Gates spoilers and updates, keep following Soap Opera Daily. Beyond the Gates spoilers here, and we're ready for another walk through Fairmont Crest, and we have some fun spoilery goodies to share. The episode for Tuesday, December 30th, looks like it's going to be a fun one. We're going to get some social media influencers maneuvering and bad news for the Duprees. First up, It looks like Madison Montgomery is a huge fan of Kenny Lattimore. She'll fangirl out while at a show, and Chelsea Hamilton will try to set up a meeting. If things go well, Madison will be happy, and maybe Chelsea will convince him to be a spokesperson for Chelsea Cat. It won't be all fun and games at the Dupree mansion when Vernon Dupree and Anita Dupree want to talk to their daughters. Dani Dupree and Nicole Richardson think everything's perfect and won't have a clue when Anita tells them she has cancer. It'll be a surprise blow and will rock them, but they'll come together as a family. Beyond the gates, spoilers love a good deed, and it looks like Chelsea will have one up her sleeve. She's been on the outs with Madison to various degrees after overstepping with Madison's mom. So, when they see Kenny Lattimore at a show, Madison will lose it. She'll be excited to see him, and we have a feeling Chelsea will either know him or get to talk with him. If she gets a meeting between him and Madison, she's going to be her girlfriend's rock star. Who knows? She may even convince him to be Chelsea Cat's spokesperson. You can never really have enough star power. With support from Vernon, we think Anita will be able to tell their daughters about her having cancer. She'll be honest in every regard, including how it's an aggressive form. She'll stumble here and there, but Vernon will be there to support and pick her up. It'll floor Dani and Nicole, and right away they'll jump in with offering to help with phone calls, doing errands, anything Anita and Vernon need. It'll be a touching moment, even if it's a heartbreaking one. It'll show they raised their family right with lots of love and support. And now, it's their daughter's turn to return the favor. This will begin a week-long trend of spreading the news to the rest of the family. It'll start their new year off with a fight none expected to have. Will Chelsea's plan work out? Let us know in the comments below. Check back with Beyond the Gates, spoilers for the latest updates, spoilers, and speculation around. New roles, familiar faces, and key exits across daytime as 2025 comes to a close. As 2025 winds down, Beyond the Gates welcomes a major soap fan favorite, while Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, The Young and the Restless, and The Bold and the Beautiful bring back familiar faces and say goodbye to others. Here's your complete soap opera comings and goings roundup for the week of December 29th, 2025, plus real-life updates and alumni news. Isaiah and Eva are hanging at her place being all kinds of hot and sexy. They talk about his new job, and he says he will have plenty of time as he can have a girlfriend and a job. Eva jumps up, wondering what he just called her, and thought they were on the same page about taking things slowly. Isaiah pats the sofa and asks her to sit back down. He doesn't know the problem, but Eva says her life has been too topsy-turvy to take anything for granted. Isaiah notes how good their situation is now and how he can't ever get Eva off his mind. He knows they moved a bit fast and wants her to lean in and enjoy. Eva wants to be able to talk about potential problems up front so they can deal with it. She wants to be wooed. Isaiah says he can both woo and worship her, but Eva wants it to be an equitable wooing, a weeing, if you will. Isaiah is down, and they both can't help but get naked. The duo come back in the living room after enjoying a romp. Isaiah asks what she is doing for New Year's Eve, and she hopes to be spending time with him. As she escorts Isaiah to the door, she runs right into her mama, which leads to brief awkwardness. After Isaiah exits, Leslie purrs about her daughter's excellent taste before coming inside. Carlton arrives at the country club after working out and chats up Nicole. He quickly kisses her on the cheek before taking a seat. They discuss their parents, and Carlton asks about the Dupree family Christmas, and she says they are all good, but provides him a few details. Carlton reviews a lovely dream he had about Nicole, and they get very cute about its meaning. He says she is the woman of his dreams and is worth fighting for. He asks about her New Year's plans, which makes her realize she hasn't made these types of plans in years. Carlton suggests they get together and watch the ball drop together. Joey is in his gambling pit when Leslie arrives and introduces herself. He says he never forgets a face or a name and asks what he can do for her. Leslie says she has a business proposal he will definitely want to hear. She shows him the plans for her free clinic, but he can't understand why he would ever want to do such a thing. She thinks it's an opportunity for a bit of a rebirth for him. Leslie says they are both fine and wealthy, but are missing the respect that comes with legitimacy. Joey laughs and says he has more money than God and doesn't need that kind of approval from anyone. He thinks she would be a lot more interesting if she stopped looking for external validation. Leslie thinks she might have read Joey wrong, but still thinks he is curious. Joey relents, and the two decide to work on a first-name basis. He asks why she really came to give him the opportunity to invest in her free clinic. Leslie explains she will be the face of the clinic whilst he remains a silent partner, tidying up all the revenue streams. She asks him to think about it before she makes her exit. Dani and Vanessa meet up at Uptown. Vanessa notes how Dani has already started her new year by enjoying mocktails, married in a holiday glow. She says disruptive Dani has been safely put away, but is more interested in her friend and asks about her babies. Vanessa says they are all good considering and went on a ski trip with their friends. Further, Donald has given his blessing to move on with her life with Joey. Dani asks about Deanna, who has always been more fragile. Vanessa doesn't want to keep secrets from her daughter, but knows she has to ease into the Joey of it all. Vanessa and Dani get into the Dupree of it all, and they discuss all the drama from the family Christmas parties. She tells Vanessa about Ted reporting the mess about Vernon and Sharon. Vanessa is aghast at the thought that Ted actually believed such foolishness. Dani wants to quiet it down, as she doesn't want it getting into the wrong folks' heads. Vanessa says they need to be worried about it becoming a shade room headline. Dani can't believe her friend is still following the gossip on that site. Dani follows up by telling Vanessa what Vernon was really up to, with Sharon saying the truth was misconstrued by the devil herself, Leslie Thomas. As they discuss their respective love lives, Dani sees the hottest bartender ever and begins to snap photos for her modeling agency and sends the pic to Pamela. Vanessa thinks he would be a good choice for her escort service, and the two make a bet to see who can sign him first. Vanessa and Dani go at the bartender and learn his name is Rick. Dani asks if he has thought about being a model, but he says he's awkward in front of the camera. Vanessa swoops in and says he can offer him immediate gratification by rolling with money and beautiful women. He knows she is talking about sex work, which leads Dani to wonder if that's what he wants for himself. Rick says he has a fiancée, and he's in law school, and she is studying to become a surgeon. Neither offer is something he can consider. Dani gets it and says he can't blame a couple of girl bosses for trying. With that, they head back to their table and giggle when Joey arrives. Dani says she has to get going and agrees to meet up with her bestie very soon. Dani and Joey play nice, and she exits. Vanessa and Joey take a seat, and he asks about the hot bartender. Vanessa sort of tells him the truth, and Joey gets how they might have fought against the other. He gets how their hot and heavy attention might have sent him running for the hills. Vanessa notes how Joey always knows how to work an angle. He wastes no time saying Leslie came by the casino to offer him a spot to back her nonprofit free clinic. Vanessa is in the know as Leslie and Eva approached her about a location. Joey says she sees him as a silent investor. Vanessa thinks it's a brilliant idea and hopes she told her yes. Vernon sits by as Anita's vital signs are checked. When the nurse leaves, Anita is simply thrilled even her vital signs were reported as normal. She thinks about how many friends whose hands they have held over the years, some of which turned out okay. Anita notes it's her turn now and just can't believe there is an aggressive cancer growing inside her. She just knows her cancer is going to dictate when she jumps and how high. She wonders if Vernon is ready for this journey, as she isn't certain if she is. Vernon says he would always be by her side, no matter what. He says they have defied every odd to enjoy the life they have right now. There is no fight they can't undertake. Anita wonders how she is supposed to fight her own body. Vernon says they will fight the fight together, and he will be there to support her. Just then, Dr. Bauer, the head of oncology, arrives to talk Anita through her options. She wonders if any of his options will save her life. Dr. Bauer says they will first work on shrinking the tumor through chemotherapy. He says they won't know how her body will tolerate it until they start. Anita asks about the process, and the good doctor says they will place a port in her chest, which will be removed once the therapy is complete. He shows her an example of what it will look like as the tumor shrinks. Following this treatment, they will look at removing the tumor. At that point, Dr. Bauer checks in on Anita, who says she is terrified, which makes total sense. He gives them a moment while he schedules her port placement. After the doctor leaves, Vernon tells Anita to let him shoulder some of her anxiety, and the two embrace. Vernon says he vowed to cherish her until death do they part, and vow not to let death part them just yet. Anita appreciates his support, but makes him promise, if it is her time, to hold himself together for the sake of the family. He promises to do so, but needs her to promise him she will fight cancer with all the strength she's got. Anita assures him she will do so as Dr. Bauer returns, saying the port is ready to be placed. As the calendar turns and a new year begins, Beyond the Gates sets the stage for one of its most emotional weeks yet. Episode 198 and the days that follow promise celebration, confession, romance, and deep worry, all unfolding across Fairmont Crest and Uptown. While fireworks light the sky, several characters face moments that could change their lives forever. The week opens with New Year's celebrations happening in different corners of town. At the Fairmont Crest Country Club, music, laughter, and excitement fill the air. Vanessa and Joey are right in the middle of it all, making no effort to hide their closeness. Joey clearly wants Vanessa to know he is proud to be seen with her, and their public appearance sends a clear message to everyone watching. At the same time, Uptown hosts a special night of its own. Madison is thrilled as she watches Kenny Lattimore perform live, clearly enjoying every second. Nearby at Orphe Jeans, Ted Richardson and Shanice are also soaking in the festive mood. As the countdown ends and the ball drops, the noise fades for a moment. The two share a quiet pause before leaning in for their very first kiss, marking a sweet and hopeful start to the year. Away from the crowds, Isaiah and Eva share a calm moment on the couch. Their conversation takes a sudden turn when Isaiah says he believes he can have both a career and a girlfriend. His words stop Eva in her tracks. She stands up, surprised, and asks him what he just called her. For the first time, their relationship has a clear label. Whether Eva is ready for that label remains uncertain, leaving their future hanging in the balance. As the celebrations continue, trouble quietly brews elsewhere. Leslie makes her way to the back room of Joey's casino, where she is quickly questioned about why she is there. She does not hesitate to explain that she has a business proposal he will want to hear. Leslie teaming up with Joey feels risky, and their meeting hints that serious problems could be coming for others caught in their path. The mood shifts at the hospital, where Anita and Vernon share a private moment in a consultation room. Vernon tells his wife that it is time to tell their children the truth. Anita clearly hates the idea, but her expression shows she knows it may be necessary. This heavy conversation connects to events unfolding elsewhere that night. Back at the country club, Vanessa notices that Nicole is missing. She mentions that Nicole had taken a call from her father earlier and wonders if there may have been an emergency. Nearby, Dani sits close to Andre, who holds her tightly, offering comfort as worries begin to pile up. The tension deepens when Dani shows up at Bill's house. Hayley immediately demands that she leave, but Bill steps in, saying that anything Dani has to say can be said in front of Hayley. Dani interrupts him with urgency, explaining that it is about their daughters. With Anita already facing a health crisis, the timing could not be worse. Questions arise about whether their girls could face the same risk. Elsewhere, the emotional weight finally becomes too much for Nicole. Alone, she leans against a wall and breaks down in tears, showing just how deeply these events are affecting everyone. Fans can watch full episodes of Beyond the Gates weekdays on CBS or stream them on Paramount. Beyond the Gates marks New Year's Eve as Anita Dupree faces heartbreak and Ted's bond with Shanice turns romantic at Fairmont Crest. As the year comes to an end, Beyond the Gates is ready to celebrate in a big way. The upcoming episode lands on New Year's Eve, and Fairmont Crest is buzzing with emotion. From live music and surprise kisses to painful family truths and unfinished drama, this episode promises a mix of joy and heartbreak. It is not just a party episode, it is a turning point for many characters as they step into a new year carrying hope, fear, and love. CBS is officially scheduled to air another new episode of their hit soap opera Beyond the Gates tomorrow afternoon, December 30th, 2025. and it will feature a certain friendship twist and more. According to CBS official December 30th, 2025 episode synopsis, this episode will feature new scenes from Kenny Lattimore, the Dupree sisters, Shanice, Ted, Chelsea, Ashley, Derek, and more. The spoiler info from CBS episode synopsis is telling us that singer Kenny Lattimore will show up as a special guest to sing for a New Year's Eve event. Elsewhere, the Dupree sisters will get some very, very bad news. The friendship that Ted and Shanice have developed will wind up getting hit with a twist of some sort. Chelsea will be in the midst of plotting up a new scheme. A final spoiler scoop for tomorrow's new December 30th, 2025 episode is letting us know that Ashley will have a new chat session with Derek, and it will get awkward. CBS official description for tomorrow's new December 30th, 2025 episode of Beyond the Gates reads like this. Special guest star Kenny Lattimore sings for New Year's Eve. The Dupree sisters receive heart-wrenching news. Ted and Shanice's friendship takes a turn. Chelsea schemes while Ashley and Derek have an awkward conversation. Again, CBS is confirmed to air another new episode of Beyond the Gates tomorrow afternoon, December 30th, 2025, in the 1 p.m. Central Standard Time slot. That is a wrap for this latest Beyond the Gates TV show spoiler report, but definitely stay tuned for more. Be sure to follow us on Reddit for more of the latest TV show and movie news by clicking here. Be sure to follow us through our RSS feed for more of the latest TV show and movie news by clicking here.